Good morning and welcome to Power Hour, which is again actually just 45 minutes, not a full hour. We'll begin with a warm up first, squat variation. So we'll go for a squat and side reach. So a nice wide stance. We'll begin to squat down and then get a big reach stretch to the side. Another squat down as low as comfortable, another big stretch. So you can continue at your own pace. Feel free to hold that stretch a little bit longer if you'd like. So we work to open up the hips, stretch out the shoulders and side body. Of course, bring some warmth to the legs as well. Spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll keep our wide stance. Arms come out to a T, and we'll move into our windmills. So slowly starting to hinge forward to reach down towards the knee, shin, toes, lifting back up, squeezing glutes, and switching sides. Especially in the morning, you can kind of work into this one, just getting as low as comfortable to start. Don't push it by any means. Just getting that nice stretch in the hamstrings, a little bit in the low back, and starting to activate those glutes. Wake them up. We'll get about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, you can narrow your stance, and we'll go for some big arm circles. Go same time, and go alternating. Just to loosen up the shoulders. Good. We'll send them backwards. Same options. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Good. And from here, we'll go 2 swings across the body. So again, just nice and loose. Stretching out the chest with this one, especially as we reach back. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll move into some jumping jacks. Option of either a low impact jack, so tapping out to the side, or you can go for the full jumping jack. And just kind of work into it, feel it out, you know your body best. Spend about 15 more seconds here. There we go, nice and light on the feet. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And we'll finish up with some quick feet, just like it sounds. Gonna take little steps, nice and light on the feet. About 10 seconds. A little bit quicker. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And shake the legs out. And feel free to continue stretching. I'll explain our first round here. So for Power Hour, same format per usual. So we're gonna go every minute on the minute, which means at the top of each minute, we're gonna start with our even round or odd round exercises. We'll go through each of them 5 times total. So each round is 10 minutes long. The first exercises, we're gonna begin with some crossover hops. So 2 options. We're gonna start in a wide stance with both. We'll squat down. The low impact option is standing and crossing to tap over. The higher impact option is hopping and crossing the feet in the center. So we'll do 8 total, and then we'll move to some Arnold presses. So we grab your weights. Palms will start at facing the chest, and then we're gonna press and rotate forward. So again, bottom, they're facing us, and top, they're facing away from us. So just getting a little rotation with that press. With the rest of our time, our active recovery will be holding a plank. So you can do a half plank on the knees, you can do a high plank on the toes, and you can also throw in whatever variations you'd like. I'll leave it open-ended today. So We have toe taps, we have knee taps, we have shoulder taps, really whatever movement sounds fun if you'd like to add it. So our odd round, we're gonna stay down on the mat. We have push-ups. So just nice wide push-ups today. So hands are gonna be on the edge of your mat, outside of shoulder width, but lined up with the chest. We're going for 8 total, so getting as low as comfortable, exhaling as we press away from the mat. You can do that on knees or on toes. And from here, we're gonna bring hands into shoulder width apart, lift up. For mountain climbers, either slow or quick. We'll go for 8. Slow, it'll be total. And if you're going quick, it'll be 8 per side. So then with the rest of our time, with the odd minute, we have high knees. So either a march or a run. And again, if you do need actual rest, feel free to take that during that time too. When you finish your exercises, you can grab water, catch your breath, do what you need, and I will remind you about the exercises as we go. I know it's a lot, especially in the morning. But all right, we'll get ready here. So we're gonna start off with our even minute with crossover hops and Arnold press. Make sure your weights are close by. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, wide stance, either that tap across or in the center. 8 total. And we're done with your 8, moving to Arnold press. So weights face the chest to start. As we press up, we rotate forward. Keeping the core brace tight, tucking that tailbone down. There we go. Nice smooth tempo. And with what time we have left, moving down to a plank. We don't have too much time here, about 10 seconds. Next round kicks off with push-ups, 8 total, moving into 8 mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, wide push-ups, hands out. Getting as low as comfortable for you. Always remember to breathe, exhaling as we press. Oh, and moving into mountain climbers, either 8 total for slow, 8 per side if you're going quick. With the rest of our time, give the arms a shake and go into some high knee march or high knee run. Either way, we're driving those knees up as tall as we can. 10 seconds left, and we'll go back to even. So crossover hop or taps. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice wide stance. Got a hop in the center. We're crossing over. There we go. Remember, you're done with your 8. Moving to Arnold press. Palms face the body, pressing straight up, getting a little rotation. And exhaling as we press. Awesome work. With the rest of our time, we're holding a plank and open-ended for options. You want to add a little extra something. 10 seconds here. We'll move into our 8 push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Wide hands, edge of the mat. Getting as low as comfortable for you. Focusing on bracing that core nice and tight the whole time. Drawing belly button towards the spine. Moving into 8 climbers. Total if it's slow, per side if it's quick. And making your way to standing, giving the arms break with that march, driving the knees. You can jog it out, hang out where I am, whatever's feeling good. Try to keep moving. Back to the top, crossover hops in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, wide stance. Move at your own pace for 8. Arnold press. Giving those shoulders lots of love. Always remembering to breathe. Exhale as we press. Bracing that core tight. The rest of our time, high plank. Make your way down to the mat. Feel free to add any variations. And we'll get ready for push-ups. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. We get 8 total. You can always add a stretch back. The shoulders are feeling it. It's good. We want to wake them up. Breathing through, staying strong here. We have 8 climbers. Total if it's slow, per side quick. And the arms get a break with marches. Driving those knees. Not too much time left here, about 10 seconds. We are back to the top. We're over halfway. We'll go back to our crossover hops in 3, 2, 1. Crossover hops. More taps. We'll get 8. Feel free to mix and match. An Arnold press. Loving those shoulders. A nice little rotation on the way up. And keeping that back nice and flat. Tucking the tailbone down. Ooh. Making our way to plank. About 10 more seconds here. Heading down, getting ready for push-ups shortly. In 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. And get as low as comfortable. You can keep that form intact, so keep your nice flat back. Feel free to take some stretches, some breaks. Here we go, we can do this. Mount climbers next. You can make your way to standing, march, and then we just have one more round. Woo! We'll knock off that even round first. We have about 10 seconds here. We'll start back with crossover hops, followed by Arnold press in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, last time. Give it our best effort here. Finish out strong. There we go. Woo. Knocking off presses next. And trying to keep a nice flat back. No butt sticking out, keep it tucked in. If you feel it starting to wander back, you can always take a staggered stance too. Here we go, hanging tough. Give the shoulders a good shake. High plank is next, and just for a little bit here, about 10 seconds to go. And we'll get ready for our final round of push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Last 8. Feel free to take those stretch backs when you need to. Exhaling on the press. Powering through. And next off, knocking off mountain climbers. And then whenever you're done, you can make your way to standing, finishing out the minute with some marches, driving the knees. We're again that high knee run. 10 seconds. We'll get a nice break after this. Last 3, 2, 1, and round 1 is done. Just like that. Feel free to grab some water. Maybe just roll the shoulders, stretch it out. If you can stay upright, that's great. Got about another minute or so here. I'll start explaining our next round soon. Don't worry, the shoulders will get a little breather in this next round. All right. About 30-ish seconds to go. So I'll start talking through. Same format. We're going to begin with reverse lunges. So we have 8 total, so there'll be 4 per side. Option to use weights or no weights. With the weights, you can either hold them low by your side or up at the shoulders, whatever is most comfortable for you. But reminder with lunges, we are stepping back as low as comfortable, trying to keep that front knee above the ankle. As we stand up, we're lifting through the front heel. So we should feel the hamstrings and glutes lift us up. After our lunges, we're going to go to a bent over row with a narrow grip. So weights are actually going to be together in the center. You're hinging forward and pulling straight towards the body for 8, keeping elbows tucked in by the sides. After that, we'll move into some ladder drills. So 2 options. This is just the rest of the time period. First option is stepping in, stepping out, using the arms however they feel comfortable. Might feel silly, but just get them involved. Option 2 is hopping in, hopping out. So that is our active recovery portion. The odd minutes, we're going to start with squat jacks. So feet are about hip width apart. We squat down, and the low impact option is tapping to the side. The high impact option is hopping out and landing in that squat. So 8 total. That is our magic number today, 8. After that, we'll move to a wide row. So again, grabbing our dumbbells, hinging forward, but this time instead of a narrow grip, palms will face us and we are pulling out nice and wide, squeezing the shoulder blades tight. So giving the back plenty of love here. And then with the rest of our time, we'll go for quick feet. So just like our warm up, feel free if you want to like move around back and forth, get a little funky, totally up to you. But maybe a little extra time there. We'll get ready with our even round. So again, that is the 8 reverse lunges, option of weight, no weight, and narrow row. We'll get started here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lunges. It'll be 4 per side. As low as comfortable, keeping that knee right above the ankle. Keeping the chest lifted tall. And then with the row, we'll bring weights together and pulling straight up towards us. Keep a nice flat back. Squeezing shoulder blades tight. The rest of our time, ladder drills, either stepping in, stepping out, or hop in, hop out, and use those arms however it feels comfortable for you. About 10 seconds, going to our squat jacks, wide row in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So squat jacks starting in a squat, either tapping out or hopping out, landing in a squat. As low as comfortable with that squat. And when you complete your 8, grab those weights again, rowing wide. So hinged forward, pulling out, leading with the elbows. You go, squeeze as tight as you can. And with the rest of our time, quick feet, get nice and light. Feel free if you wanna kind of shuffle forward, shuffle back, maybe shuffle to the side. 10 seconds, not too much left. We're back to round 1, reverse lunges to start. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Weights or no weights. Getting as low as comfortable. Really focusing on lifting up through that front heel. Ooh, keeping your balance. Then narrow row. Weights together, pulling up straight towards the body, squeezing the shoulder blades tight. For the rest of our time, ladder drills. If stepping or hopping. Nice and light on the feet. We'll get ready for odd round squat jacks to start. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Squat jacks, feet about hip width. Squat down, either tap it out or hop it out. Nice wide row this time. Really pulling those elbows out. Squeezing shoulder blades tight. There we go. Squeeze the glutes to help brace the body. Nice work. And quick feet to finish it up. Nice and light on those feet. Move around if you want. 10 seconds. We'll get ready for lunges in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Weight or no weight. 8 total. Get as low as comfortable for you while maintaining good form. Lifting up through that heel. A narrow row. Not the easiest one to say. Squeezing shoulder blades tight as we pull those weights up. And ladder drills for our active recovery. Hopping or stepping. And get those arms involved. Getting ready for the odd round in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat jacks at the top. Either tapping or hopping. Awesome work. Narrow row, weights together. We'll get 8 total, these guys. Squeezing shoulder blades tight, drawing belly button towards the spine. After your 8. Oh wow, I just had to do the wrong rows. That's okay. Maybe you didn't listen to me. Quick feet. Right about those wide rows. Still waking up, guys. 10 seconds here. We're back to the top with reverse lunges. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Reverse lunge. Hey, if you did 2 rounds of narrow rows, we're still working the back, so it's all good. 8 total, lifting up through the heel in the front. And now narrow row with these guys. Squeezing shoulder blades tight. Strengthening those back muscles. And after your 8, ladder drills, nice quick feet. You get active recovery, just keep that body moving. We'll get ready for squat jacks in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, squat jacks. Either tapping out or hopping. Stay nice and low in that squat. Good. Now, wide row. Didn't already do that last time. I'm pulling those weights out to the side. Leading with those elbows, squeezing tight. Still bracing the core, squeezing the glutes. Awesome job. You know the drill. Quick feet, nice and light. Feel free to shuffle forward, shuffle backward. We'll get ready for our final round, starting with lunges in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last lunges, weighted or unweighted. Weights can be down or high. And making them count, giving it our best effort. With the chest lifted tall. Good. Now, narrow row. 8 total, squeezing the shoulder blades as tight as we can as we pull those weights up. Nice. Rest of our time, ladder drills, stepping in, stepping out. Was option to hop to. We'll get ready for odd round, squat jacks. In 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Last time here. You can tap, you can hop, mix and match. Woo. And last time with wide rows and hinged forward, pulling out wide, squeezing the shoulder blades tight. Even tighter. Whenever you've completed your rows, quick feet will finish out this round. Feel free if you want to turn around, shuffle, get funky with it. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! End of round 2. Getting all sweaty up in here. I also have heat blasting on me, which doesn't feel great. But feel free to grab some water and try to just keep moving if you want to roll the shoulders, swing it out, whatever you need. Give you about 40-ish seconds. And I'll start explaining our last round. Woo. All right. Cool. Okay. So for our final round here, we're gonna start standing. We're gonna give the biceps and triceps a little love. So we're gonna do some wide curls. So standing nice and tall, drawing the shoulders back. We're gonna curl all the way up to the shoulders, all the way back down for 8. And then we're gonna finish with a 8-count pulse on your own count. I'll trust you. From there, we're gonna go to overhead tricep extensions with that same pattern. So 8 total and an 8-second pulse. So you can either use 1 or 2 dumbbells. Bring the weight straight up overhead and just lower it down as far as comfortable and pressing it up all the way. And of course, that 8-second, about halfway pulse. If you do feel the back start to arch, really focus on tucking the tailbone down, but if it's still starting to arch, take a staggered stance as we do these overhead extensions. From there, we're gonna head down to the ground, to the mat. For bicycles with the rest of your time. So classic bicycle, getting that full twist across. From here, we're gonna go to some wide glute bridges. So we have option of weights or no weights for this. Feet are gonna be in the center, knees out wide, just like a butterfly stretch. If you wanna add weight, they'll go over the hips, and we're pressing up through the sides of the feet, and really focusing on keeping those knees out wide. If it's not comfortable to add weight, do them without, just really focusing on lifting those hips up and maybe adding a little second hold at the top for a little extra glute burn. After that, we're going to go to some roll-ups. So starting out flat, we'll roll all the way up to touch the toes and control it all the way down. And then with the rest of our time, we're gonna make our way to standing and move into some butt kickers. So bringing the heel up, low impact is giving a little pull. Again, just drawing those heels up towards the glutes. Our higher impact is adding a jog, bringing heels up. So that is our final round. So we'll start with our biceps and triceps first. We'll get ready for wide curls in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Standing tall, we'll get 8 total, all the way up, all the way down. Exhaling as we curl. An 8-second pulse, or 8-count pulse, I'll say. Good. Move to overhead extensions in 8. After 8, going for an 8-count pulse. We'll make our way down when you're done. We'll get ready to move into our next round shortly here. So we'll start with glute bridges, knees out wide in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We'll get 8 total, weighted or unweighted. Those hips up as high as we can, pressing up through the sides of the feet. And instead of roll-ups, let's do bicycles since we didn't have much of a chance to do them before. We'll get 8 per side. And that full twist. Whenever you're done with your bicycles, we'll roll on up. Butt kickers to finish out the minute. So either that low impact version, adding a little squeeze with the shoulder blades, or you can jog it out. We'll get ready for biceps in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So 8 total with wide curls, followed by the 8 count pulse. Exhaling as we curl. Here we go. Bring those weights up halfway. And after that, tricep extensions overhead, 1 or 2 dumbbells, and try to keep that back flat. If you can't, take a staggered stance. Exhaling as we press. And an 8 count pulse, slow or quick, up to you. And then we'll just make our way down. If you have some time, you can add whatever exercise you'd like, but this one cuts it close. We'll go to our glute bridge, knees out wide in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Weighted or unweighted, we're pressing up through the sides of the feet, squeezing the glutes as we push those hips towards the ceiling. Again, we swapped out roll-ups, so bicycles 8 per side, getting that full twist across. And extend that leg out as far as we can. When you're done, making your way to standing for butt kickers, low impact or high impact with that jog. There we go. We'll get ready for biceps and triceps, starting with our wide curls in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We'll get 8 total. All the way up, all the way down. Followed by 8 count pulse. Halfway. We'll move to triceps, and this just takes up the whole round, so no active recovery needed. Bracing that core tight, tuck the tailbone down. Whenever you complete your 8 reps, 8 count pulse. And our active recovery is just making our way down to the mat, getting ready for our wide glute bridge. So feet are together in the center. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pressing up through the feet, keeping the knees out wide. Do this with weights or without. Getting those hips up as high as we can. And then bicycles, full twist across. Awesome work. Make our way to standing. And with whatever time you have left, going for some butt kickers, either low or high impact. About 10 seconds. Getting ready for bicep, tricep rounds. Wide curls first in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And nice and wide, elbows by the sides. Sitting up nice and tall, keep those shoulders back. You have that 8 count pulse when you're ready for it on your own count. Good. Move into triceps. Keeping that tailbone tucked down, or you can take that staggered stance. And 8 count pulse to finish out triceps 2. And active recovery is making our way down. We have about 10 seconds. Getting ready for our wide glute bridge. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm pressing up to the sides of the feet. Squeezing the glutes. Getting those hips up as high as we can. Whenever you've completed your 8 glute bridge, 8 bicycles per side, full twist across. Here we go, just keep it moving. And we'll make our way on up to standing. We have about 15 seconds for butt kickers. Low impact or high impact. Getting heels up either way. We'll get ready for our final round. So biceps to start here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And 8 curls, final 8. Standing tall, keeping those shoulders back. Nice work. We're powering through and going to that 8 count pulse. Always remember to breathe. When you've completed biceps, move into triceps. Weight up overhead, keeping that tailbone tucked down. Or that staggered stance. There we go. You're staying strong, and then 8 count pulse. Woo. Finish it out and make your way down to the ground as our active recovery final round of the day. We start with our wide glute bridge in 5 seconds. Here's 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Final 8. Getting those hips up as high as we can, squeezing those glutes, and pressing up to the sides of the feet. Nice, we're staying strong. After you've completed your 8, you can set weights aside. Go to your bicycles, 8 each side. Try to get that leg out as far as we can. Here we go, home stretch, we'll finish that out. We have 10 seconds for butt kickers or leg curls. I'll give us a little extra time. Finish with a little flourish here. Now 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Sort of cool down stretch here, about 10 seconds. Got a little sunshine today. Good stuff. All right, if you're ready for a cool down, you can join me in a nice wide stance. You're gonna just hang down and reach towards the left foot to start. We'll keep the head lifted for now, just really focusing on slowing the breath down, extending inhales and exhales to 3 to 4 seconds each. Starting to let the body relax. Take one more deep breath. And after that deep breath, we'll slowly make our way to the center. And now you can let head and neck relax down. Let the arms be heavy. Breathing nice and easy. You can hang here in stillness, or if you'd like, you can add some movement. So you can shift the legs side to side, feel a little extra stretch in the hamstrings. Maybe find a sway with the upper body. You can play around with it and find what feels good this morning. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. And after your second deep breath, you can slowly walk the hands over to the right foot. We'll pick the head up just slightly so it's lifted above the heart. And just nice, easy, slow breaths. Now let's get 1 more deep breath. You can slowly start to roll yourself up 1 vertebra at a time. Once you make it to standing, we'll take some shoulder rolls as we narrow our stance. Nice and big, up towards the ears, down the back. We'll follow that up with some arm swings, just like our warm-up, loosening up the shoulders and chest. Good. We'll wrap things up here with some quad stretches, so feel free to grab onto something for balance. We'll bring 1 foot up, give a gentle pull. And if it's comfortable, you can reach the opposite hand overhead. Maybe roll the wrists out, take some shoulder movements, or just reach through the fingertips. Take 2 deep breaths as we hold. Whenever you're done with your second deep breath, you can slowly release, shake everything out, and then we'll switch to the other side. You can hang on to something for balance if needed. Bring that foot up, give a gentle pull. If it's comfortable, you can reach the arm overhead. Maybe roll the wrists out, take some movements that feels good, or you can just reach through the fingertips. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, after that second deep breath, you can slowly release everything, give the body a good shake, and that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining me for Power Hour.